Welcome back, Pokemon fans. My name is Angel of the Night 091, and today we're going to continue on with our 2020 International Challenge for February. So we are getting into battle number 2 with team number 1. I forgot to mention in the previous video that I actually entered in 2 consoles into this tournament here to get the most battles. So we are going to lead off here with our Arcanine and our Corviknight. Our opponent, however, is going to go with Snorlax and Togekiss. Now with Arcanine onto the field, of course, we get that Intimidate off, and it is going to drop the attack stat on both of our opponent's Pokemon. Now with Arcanine, it is a supportive type Pokemon, so we are going to go with the Will-O-Wisp onto that Snorlax, and as well we are going to go with the Iron Head into the Togekiss, hoping to do some mass amounts of damage to that before it can get any kind of an Air Slash off and flinch us to death. So remember the date ranges, guys. This is February 28th. To March 1st of 2020, an extremely old Wi-Fi battle, so I'm going to try to remember as much as possible as we go through the match. So the Togekiss is going to get the Follow Me off, which is actually going to direct all moves into the Togekiss, allowing us to focus on Togekiss versus the Snorlax, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. We get the Will-O-Wisp off onto the Togekiss, and of course it does have a berry to weaken the damage from the steel type attacks. In comes the Belly Drum with the Snorlax. Not really a surprise at this point because, I mean, quite frankly, Belly Drum Snorlax kind of rules this generation. So he is going to boost his attack stat quite high versus lowering his hit points here. So with the Arcanine, we are going to go for the Heat Wave, hoping to hit both parties at this time. We're going to lock that in. We're going to go for a Brave Bird off onto the Togekiss. Now we're just going to wait for our opponent here to make their move. There's 30 to 60 seconds to choose attacks here once you're in competitive. It looks like they are going to go in for either the Dynamax or the Gigantamax here. And what is it going to be? It looks like it's going to be Gigantamax Snorlax. Now the thing with this Pokemon here now, it has the capability of using multiple berries during the battle, so that's going to be a bit concerning here. The Togekiss is going to go in for the Protect, allowing us to not be directed directly into that Togekiss. The Heat Wave, of course, not going to be effective because of the Protect, but the Heat Wave is going to make contact with that Snorlax, not really dealing much damage. However, the Snorlax has activated a berry here. It looks like it's a Figgy Berry, very common for Gigantamax Snorlax. With the Protect, of course, the Corviknight's not going to be able to make any kind of damaging moves off onto the Togekiss. And it looks like there's a Max Quake, I think, taking down our Arcanine. Okay, with Arcanine down, we are going to go in with our Como, a dragon fighting type Pokemon from the Alola region. If you guys like that shiny form, be sure to post your comments in the comment section below or your like button. What is your favorite shiny Pokemon? So we're going to go in for the Dynamax here with our Como. For a Max Knuckle into the Snorlax, we're going to go for the Iron Head into the Togekiss. Now Togekiss, of course, is burned, so that's going to do a little bit of chip damage here. With the Snorlax, there's a little bit of a concern with the Snorlax, just depending on what kind of berry it's going to acquire next. Alright, we've got our Dynamax. I was going to say Gigantamax. No, it's Dynamax Como onto the field here. Look at them scales, guys. Like, that is some massive scales. We've got the Max Knuckle here going to make contact with the Snorlax. And, of course, you know what that's going to do? That is going to boost the attack stat on our Como as well as our Corviknight. So, with the attack stats risen, looks like the Snorlax has decided to eat yet another berry. It's a Figgy Berry. There's the Air Slash, going to miss the Como, which is fantastic for me. Gonna go in with the attack to the Togekiss. That is going to do some damage, but you know what? It did have a berry to weaken that attack. So here's the G-Max Replenish. Sorry, I should have said that earlier. G-Max Replenish instead of the, ground move. he's basically going to get berries back, guys, every time he does this. So we have the option here. We can either go for the Max Knuckle, or we can go for a different move, Max Steel Spike. I've decided to go for the Max Steel Spike here at this time into the Togekiss, and you know what? We're going to go in for, I think, a Tailwind to try to boost up our speed stat here. Snorlax basically has 3 turns as Gigantamax, so I think this is his 3rd turn. Here's the Max Steel Spike. You're going to go right into that Togekiss, and you know what? It is not going to be doing much damage. A little bit concerned here, but you know what? We are going to raise our defensive stat up for both of our Pokemon, which is definitely going to be beneficial in the long run, as long as we can survive a couple of attacks here. Here's the G-Max Replenish, of course. It's going to make direct contact with Como, and unfortunately, the defensive boost is not really going to help us here. We are going to lose our Como. With 2 Pokemon down on my side here, it's not looking very positive for me at this time in the tournament. So we are actually going to have to swap out to another Pokemon here. We're going to have to go out to our Gastrodon. Now with Gastrodon into the field, we have the ability of Stockpile, Recover. We have already used our Dynamax. Same thing with our opponents, so now Snorlax is back to normal. So we don't have to worry any further about any more boosts from Dynamax or Gigantamax. So we are going to go in and select our moves here, of course. We are going to go in for the attack onto the Snorlax. The burn pretty well handles the Togekiss on its own. So we're just going to see and wait out what happens here. Okay, it looks like the Togekiss has decided to go for the Follow Me, which is definitely going to help with that Snorlax with surviving hits. Here's the Iron Head, actually going to make contact with the Togekiss and finish it off. So we're actually going to start catching up here into this battle. 1 Pokemon down on our opponent's side. We get the Scald with our Gastrodon into the Snorlax, actually managing to pull off a burn here. He's gone for the Facade. Facade, of course, with the burn and with its HP where it's at, that's actually just going to one-hit knock out our Gastrodon. So at this time, we've basically got Corviknight, we've got 3 Pokemon on our opponent's side to try to take out, and in comes a Jellicent. Now with Jellicent onto the field, we are going to maybe go for a Brave Bird move here, or an Iron Head. Looks like we are going to go for the Iron Head into the Snorlax, hoping to do some more damage off onto that Snorlax. Here we go. There's the attack, and it's taking it right down into the red zone, further helping out the Facade from that Snorlax. But you know what? That burn and the Rocky Helmet is just going to finish it right off. So now we are 2 Pokemon down on our opponent's side. In comes the Trick Room. And of course that's going to help any slower Pokemon by twisting those dimensions. Basically the slowest Pokemon is going to be able to attack first. Now our opponent comes in with their own Corviknight. With the Unnerve, of course, Pokemon are unable to eat berries. It's kind of a weird Pokemon to have that ability on this team, considering that the Snorlax is so heavy on trying to eat berries. So we're going to go in for the attack off onto the Jellicent here. Not really sure what options are going to be for us here in this battle. The Water Spout, of course, making contact, hitting my Corviknight, taking me down to 24 hit points, and unfortunately his Corviknight is actually going to be faster, taking me down even further. He's going to get some recoil damage with the Rocky Helmet from that move. And of course, you know what, Cursed Body has now disabled our Brave Bird, but we have also lost health there as well. So that is going to be game. So GG, thank you very much for the battle. And if you guys enjoyed the video there today, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, post your comments, and I'll see you guys in the next battle.